A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We warmly welcome you to the inauguration of the annual Congress of the 89th Annual Scientific Sessions of the Sri Lanka Dental Association. We warmly welcome our chief guest, Dr. Reggie Gurnatha, Senior Consultant, OMF Surgeon, and past President of Sri Lanka Dental Association, and our guest of honor, Professor Manjula Artigala, Dean, Faculty of Dental Sciences, University of Peradeniya. Ladies and gentlemen, as Sri Lankans, we respect tradition, we respect our motherland. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Sri Lanka Mata, Appa Sri Lanka, Namo 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 Mata, Sundara Sivarini, Surani Ati Sobhamana Lanka, Ranya Ganaya Nikamal Valaturu Piri Jaya Bhumiya Ranya, Appa Hatta Sapa Siri Setta Sadhana, Jeevanaye Mata, Pilikanu Mena Appa Bhakti Puja, Namo Namo Mata, Appa Sri Lanka, Namo 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 Mata, Upave Appa Vidya, Upamaya Appa Satya, Upave Appa Shanti, Appa Hada Tula Bhakti, Uppa Appa Aloke, Appa Ge Anuprane, Uppa Appa Jeevanale, Appa Muktiya Upade, Nava Jeevana Devini, Nithina Appa Kubudu Karan Mata, Jnana Veeda Vadavanina Ragena Yanu Mena Jaya Bhumikara, Ekhamavakate Daru Kalabarina, Yamu Yamu Vinopama, Prema Vada Sarvabheda Duralaya, Namo Namo Mata, Appa Sri Lanka, Namo 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 Mata.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You may take your seats now. Next up in the agenda, we'd like to move into the lighting of the traditional oil lamp. I would like to invite the chief guest, Dr. Reggie Gurnatha, guest of honor, Professor Manjula Artigala, orator this evening, Dr. Priyaka Palipana, President of the Sri Lanka Dental Association, Professor Manil Fonseca, Secretary, Dr. Amila Jaya Singha, Treasurer, Dr. Nayana Vijay, Chairman Scientific Sessions, Dr. Vajraja Singha, and Asia Pacific Dental Federation President, Dr. Suresh Shanmuganathan, to join in the lighting of the oil lamp. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. The Sri Lanka Dental Association, a journey which began in 1932, and here we are in the 89th annual scientific sessions. 89 years of your dedication, commitment, the research, and the findings that you have brought out. And here we are today of the inauguration of the annual Congress. And I would like to call upon on stage to deliver the welcome address, President of the Sri Lanka Dental Association, Professor Manil C. Fonseca. All right, before that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite the following dignitaries to the head table. Chief guest, Dr. Reggie Gurnatha. Doctor, please take your seat at the head table. Guest of honor, Professor Manjula Artigala. Orator, Dr. Priyaka Palipana. President of the Sri Lanka Dental Association, Professor Manil Fonseca. Secretary, Dr. Amila Jai Singha. Treasurer, Dr. Nayana Vijay, and Chairman of the Scientific Sessions, Dr. Vajraja Singha. Thank you very much, and let's move on. Ladies and gentlemen, I cordially invite President of the Sri Lanka Dental Association, Professor Manil C. Fonseca, to deliver the welcome address.
A very good evening to you, everybody. Our chief guest for this evening, Dr. Reggie Gurnatha, senior consultant OMF surgeon and a dear teacher of many of the senior consultants today. The guest of honor, Professor Manjula Artigala, Dean, Faculty of Dental Sciences, University of Peradeniya. The orator for this evening, Dr. Priyaka Palipana, senior lecturer in restorative dentistry, Faculty of Dental Sciences, University of Jayawardenepura. Dr. Suresh Shanmugathan, the president of the Asia Pacific Dental Federation. Professor Yasavardhana, the Dean, Faculty of Dental Sciences, University of Jayawardenepura. Council members of the Sri Lanka Dental Association, consultants, past presidents of the Sri Lanka Dental Association, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to the 89th annual scientific sessions of the Sri Lanka Dental Association. After a lapse of 2 years due to the constraints and restrictions posed by the pandemic, we are happy to, for the first time in 2 years, organize a physical inauguration for the annual scientific sessions. It is my pleasure and honor to welcome our chief guest, none other than Dr. Reggie Gurnatha, who needs no introduction. He is a stalwart in dentistry and is renowned for a lot of work, which I will talk about in due course. But dear sir, thank you very much for taking time, considering the constraints imposed by a lot of problems in the country. We are really honored to have you this evening. Professor Manjula Artigala, the guest of honor, the Dean, Faculty of Dental Sciences, again, we warmly welcome you. Again, I was quite hesitant to ask him whether he can come because the travel is not like those days. You have to think about a lot of things before you embark on a journey of this magnitude, but he, the gentleman he is, accepted without any reservation. And thank you very much, sir, for spending some time with us for this very important occasion. Dr. Palipana, he's a dear colleague and a teacher of mine. Thank you very much again for being here, and we are really privileged to be hearing an oration from you. I'm sure there's a lot of experiences, a lot of details in your work over the past maybe 25 years. And I'm sure we are very happy to listen to your oration this evening. We organized this event anticipating better times, but unfortunately, a lot of things unfolded in the last weeks. And considering all that, we are happy that we have a very reasonable gathering this evening. So on behalf of the Sri Lanka Dental Association, I welcome all the delegates who have gathered here this evening to make this event a very glamorous and important one. So as the pandemic unfolded, we had to embrace many changes in the lifestyle, in our work etiquette, ethics, and even the activities we do now, which is continuous professional development for our colleagues and membership. These two had to venture into previously untouched areas, and a virtual mode of learning and delivering scientific knowledge evolved. And there are certainly advantages of it, but there are certainly disadvantages. But unfortunately, we had to live with it over the last 2 years. And luckily for us, the country, as a country, I think we did quite well in containing the pandemic and coming into the state we are now. But unfortunately, we had to encounter another series of problems. And now delivering oral care is also becoming challenging because of the fact that we have to face difficulties in travel. Not only that, difficulties and deficiencies in our materials, equipment, and discharge of service. So I think what we have to do now is to innovate, improvise, and think of ways to overcome the challenges, and at the same time, deliver optimal oral health to the population, because now, more than ever, the patients will be needing oral health advice, oral health improvement, etc. The change in lifestyle may bring about a new series of problems. The patients may encounter a lot of violence, trauma. They might neglect oral health, and that can be detrimental to their general health. And as a group of professionals, we have to rise up to these challenges and sort of charter this stormy sea. And I'm sure one day we will be able to overcome all the challenges. As the SLDA during the last year, we have tried to re-establish our traditional ways of gathering together, imparting knowledge. And we were fortunate that we were able to deliver regional sessions in the north and as well as in the south. And today we are gathered here as a culmination of all these activities. We were also fortunate to have the National Oral Health Day. The World Oral Health Day was celebrated in its traditional form this year after again a lapse of 2 years. And we were able to do some outreach activities, look at the oral health and well-being of our population to a great extent. We were also fortunate that the FDI and Unilever, together with the World Oral Health Day, gave a generous grant to the Sri Lanka Dental Association to upgrade our mobile dental facilities, which we are in the process of doing. We also have embarked on two important aspects from a point of view of the association. And one is that to gain recognition as a national body through incorporation by Act of Parliament. So we have made our initial steps towards that. Again, this needed some political input, but unfortunately the things unfolded in such a way that discussing incorporation of the SLDA in the midst of so many problems within the country, I think we have to wait a bit until we reach some amount of stability to do that. But nevertheless, we will ensure that that will happen as time goes. We also embarked on trying to have common protocols, guidelines, and practices in terms of delivering oral care. And in this regard, we had discussions with the important stakeholders, the Ministry of Health, the university, and all other stakeholders to formulate a national body and an action committee for decisions and guidelines and, of course, proposals to improve oral health in the country, where we can get some uniform action done rather than haphazardly and randomly having policies and delivering preventative treatment-oriented advice. So we have again made the initial steps, and I'm sure within the next few months, we will be able to formulate this body so that all matters related to oral health will be discussed and common protocols and guidelines will be formulated. We were also fortunate within this year to get the only dental journal in the country, the Sri Lanka Dental Journal, to be published timely. And that is, I think, as the president, one of the important achievements we achieved. So for the first time in about 9 or 10 years, the April 2022 version was published in April 2022, and we have got it up to date. And that, I'm sure, will help all the academics, all the dental surgeons, all the consultants in transmitting knowledge. And also, since it's published timely, it will be important for scientific knowledge to be disseminated. And not only that, we have got it indexed. And hopefully, if it runs well for the next 2 years, we should be able to index it in an international body, which would give due recognition to all the hard work the Sri Lanka Dental Association has done throughout its 89 to 90 years of existence. We also have all the journals and all the past issues published online. So it is available on our website. From the first issue of 1972 to the last issue of 2022 is available online. And that is the way forward in terms of scientific writing and literature. So we were fortunate that the Commonwealth Dental Association, through their good officers, helped us in this endeavor. And we have to acknowledge the fact that they helped us. And through that, we were able to do this and achieve this success. So we hope the Sri Lanka Dental Association will rise to the new challenges and innovate to be a better profession in these challenging times. And I'm sure we will be, as a group and as a combined body, we will be able to do that. So while welcoming you, and with these few words, I will conclude my welcome address. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Manil C. Fonseca, President of the Sri Lanka Dental Association. Next, I would like to cordially invite Dr. Vajraja Singha, President-elect of the Sri Lanka Dental Association, to deliver the introduction to the guest of honor.
Good evening. Today, I have a very pleasant task to introduce our guest of honor tonight, who is my batchmate, good friend of mine, and my colleague. It's an honor and a privilege for me to introduce Ajit Mandula Artikala. Professor Artikala is born in 1963. He has his education, primary and secondary education, Nalanda College, Colombo, and DSN College, Colombo. He was selected to do dentistry in 1983, and he obtained BDS honors in 1991 from with honors from Faculty of Dental Sciences, University of Peradeniya. Then he proceeded to do a postgraduate studies, and he obtained his MS Oral Surgery in 1993, and proceeded to the postgraduate training in UK and board certified as a specialist in oral and maxillofacial surgery in 1995. He has served to the Ministry of Health as a great dental surgeon until 1996, and he joined to the Faculty of Dental Sciences as a lecturer to the Department of Oral Surgery, Faculty of Dental Sciences in 1996. Since then, he has climbed in academic ladder and holds several positions in University of Peradeniya and outside the university. He was a president of College of Stomatology and Dentistry in Sri Lanka, and President SLDA Kandy Branch, President Association of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, President Kandy Medical Society, President Peradeniya Dental Alumni Association, and Chairman Board of Dental Surgery, PGIM Colombo, a member of Board of Management in PGIM, a member of University Council. Presently, he is a Dean of the Faculty of Dental Sciences, University of Peradeniya. He was former head of the Department of OMF Surgery, and he is the Chair Professor of Department of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, University of Faculty of Dental Sciences. As an academic and renowned surgeon, he has devoted his time to uplift the oral and maxillofacial surgery discipline in the Department of Oral Surgery of Faculty of Dental Sciences and OMF surgery discipline in Sri Lanka. He has published ample number of articles in both local and journal index journals. He's a well-known speaker, not only the dental fraternity and also medical colleagues. Professor Artigala is a very humble and charming character, married to a Namali and father of 2 daughters. So with that note, I would like to invite Professor Artigala to address the gathering.
Very good evening to all of you. And thank you very much, Vajraja, for your very generous and kind introduction. Chief guest tonight, Dr. Reggie Gurnatha, retired OMF surgeon as well as my dear teacher for a long time. President of the Sri Lanka Dental Association, Professor Manil Fonseca, Professor S.P. Disanayaka, orator tonight, Professor Dr. Priyak Palipana, President-elect, Dr. Vajraja Singha, Dean of the Faculty of Dental Sciences, Sri Jawadanapura, Dr. Professor Surangi Aswadana, President of the Asia Pacific Dental Federation, Dr. Suresh Hanmuganathan, executive members of the SLDA Council, as well as all the members, professors, senior academics, consultants, doctors of the Ministry of Health, and ladies and gentlemen. I consider it an honor and a privilege to be here today as the guest of honor for the inauguration ceremony of the 89th annual academic sessions and Professor S.P. Disanayaka oration of the Sri Lanka Dental Association. So Sri Lanka Dental Association is one of the oldest professional associations in Sri Lanka and function as the umbrella body of dental profession within the country. Therefore, let me first extend my sincere thanks to the President and the Council of the SLDA for inviting me as the guest of honor for this occasion. SLDA has always stepped in states of crisis, especially affecting the dental profession. We all can remember the role played by the SLDA during these last several months with regards to the COVID pandemic and in formulating guidelines for the dental practice of dentistry in Sri Lanka as well. But now we are faced with a different kind of crisis affecting each and every one of us as Sri Lankans with much more gravity all across the country without any, I would say, boundaries or distinction. It is no secret, I think, the financial, social, and the psychological repercussions that the society is experiencing at the moment. And this is reflected, I would say, in the university community as well, especially among the students. There was one suicide in University of Peradeniya and several attempts of suicide across the university last few months. And I think unfortunately this happened amidst, I think, vast changes introduced in the dental faculty. At the moment, we have changed from 4 years to 5 years with an additional year where the students engage much more in clinical practice similar to a general practice. This demands much material and other things for us to carry on with the academic program. So we find it challenging day by day, as you all can understand. So I think it may be appropriate. And also we have increased the student intake from 85 to 123. Now from here onwards, about 2 batches, we got these numbers. This makes huge burden of the requirement of dental materials, equipment, etc., to keep the BDS program running. Majority of you are here today are alumni of University of Peradeniya. And as the Dean, actually, I would like to make a small request. I mean, I would like to make an appeal, open appeal to all of you to help the students and the faculty in whatever the way in this hour of need, as you have been doing all this time. Coming back to SLDA, during past few decades, has set the platform for enhancing academic contributions by the membership to the global knowledge on the subject of dentistry. Programs such as the scientific sessions inaugurated today with the theme of advances and challenges in clinical practices are excellent forums for the members to share their experience, enrich knowledge, and together and map out action plans and programs to face challenges ahead. Further, I'm aware that SLD has done an enormous service to its membership from its humble beginnings, and SLD has worked with utmost responsibility and mutual understanding with the Department of Health Services, providing countrywide uninterrupted dental services. Therefore, while congratulating the President and the Council for their achievements, I would like to emphasize that dental workforce of Sri Lanka must be reviewed and reoriented to meet needs and emerging challenges of the dental practice, dental services to ensure provision of quality oral health care. With that, I wish all the very best for the 89th annual academic sessions and Professor Spith's inauguration of the Sri Lanka Dental Association, and to all the speakers and the participants in their future endeavors as well. I wish you all a pleasant evening, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. That was our guest of honor, Professor Manjula Artigala, Dean, Faculty of Dental Sciences, University of Peradeniya. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to break the monotony a bit and to bring in a touch of culture here on stage. I cordially invite the wonderful dance troupe to perform the Puja dance.
Sambuddha
All right, thank you very much. And next up in the agenda, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to cordially invite President of the Sri Lanka Dental Association, Professor Manil Fonseca, to do the introduction to the chief guest.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasant duty and honor to introduce the chief guest for this evening, none other than Dr. Reggie Gurnatha. Actually, he needs no formal introduction because he's known by many. He's a pioneer teacher, a pioneer maxillofacial surgeon, and a teacher for many of the front benchers in this audience. But for formality, let me just do a formal introduction. So Dr. Reggie Gurnatha was born in 1941, and he had his education at Prince of Wales College, Moratuwa. He entered the dental school of the Faculty of Medicine, University of Peradeniya in 1963. And after a colorful undergraduate career was bestowed of the Bachelor of Dental Surgery in 1967. From there, he worked as a dental surgeon in the Ministry of Health before proceeding to the UK for postgraduate education, because at that time, the PGIM was not established, and any postgraduate education, whether it's medicine or dentistry, required the trainee or the dental surgeon to go overseas. So he went to the UK, proceeded to the UK, and had his training at Eastman Dental Hospital, and obtained his FDS in 1974. Following his postgraduate training in maxillofacial surgery, he was appointed as the consultant dental surgeon at General Hospital Galle. And after that, he was transferred to the Dental Institute, Colombo, as the consultant dental surgeon, where he, I think, worked for a considerable time. And he was also in charge of the Dental Institute up until his retirement. His contribution, I think, is quite remarkable. He was a pioneer in a lot of aspects. I think the audience here is fortunate to be called doctor, because dental surgeons at that time was not referred to as doctors, and the pioneering effort was done by a few entrepreneuring dental surgeons, and I think Dr. Reggie Gurnatha is one of the pioneers of that. So he was maybe single-handedly or with a group of a selected few instrumental in getting parity for the dental surgeons in the lines of medical practitioners in Sri Lanka in the 80s. So I think that is a singular tribute we can pay to the chief guest this evening. And not only that, he was again instrumental in establishing the Board of Study in Dental Surgery, which I think we were fortunate in having the benefit of that and training as specialists. So I'm sure at that time there would have been a lot of problems, a lot of underneath currents pulling him away. But nevertheless, they were the pioneers of establishing the Board of Study. And not only that, the College of Dentistry and Stomatology, which is the umbrella organization for all the consultants in dental surgery, he's a pioneer there too. So he was chairman of the Board of Study in Dental Surgery. He was also one of the senior presidents of the College of Dentistry and Stomatology of Sri Lanka, and also president of the Sri Lanka Dental Association in 1987 and 88. I think he would have trained a lot of the people in the head table, maybe excepting me and Dr. Amila, I suppose. But all the others, I'm sure, would have benefited from his extreme knowledge in maxillofacial surgery. I'm sure they would have worked in very rudimentary circumstances, not like the luxuries of instruments, materials we have nowadays. Not that we are better off, but nevertheless, the important values, skills, and knowledge would have been imparted so that we are the benefit of the senior teachers we have today. He was also a president of the Asia Pacific Dental Federation and also a council member of the FDI, the World Dental Federation. He's married to Daya, who is also a retired dental surgeon. She last worked at the Late Ridgeway Hospital, and he's blessed with 2 children, Bandhu, who is again a dental surgeon, Dr. Bandhu Gunathilaka, and also Shashini, his daughter. And he's also blessed with 4 grandchildren, one of whom we have here with us today. So with that introduction, may I call upon Dr. Reggie Gurnatha to impart some words as the chief guest this evening.
It's a great pleasure indeed to be the chief guest for this event. I still see our old faces still active. I'm very thankful to them for carrying on their duty to promote the position of the Sri Lanka Dental Association. You have done a great job simply because you are in the senior league. Please don't leave it, because the younger generation should catch up from you. I especially mention about Vipula and others who have been participating in this event. Sri Lanka Dental Association was first, when I joined, was run by medical officers. The medical officer, MBBS, LMS, BDS, is a consultant dental surgeon. Then after time, we had a person with great, I respect him very much. I worked under him, Dr. Karunagarna. He is the first dental surgeon with the dental qualification and the postgraduate qualification. So that was the nature of the situation, and we had to work with him, and he somehow fought with whatever the odds against his work. He managed to overcome all that and give us a proper dental education, because the people who were with VDS and LMS controlled the show. But later, Dr. Karunagaran, I must especially mention about his name. He was the man who created the healthy environment for dental surgeons to practice as consultants. And he operates in this, and we were encouraged to do postgraduate. As such, I did it, and when I came back, he said, come back and work with me. So I went and worked with me in spite of the protest from the medical crowd. But it didn't go long. They knew it's difficult with people like us coming into the situation, and we were able to create a new dental profession with them. I think I should not take too long. This is tonight. Thank you for patiently listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I reckon Dr. Reggie Gurnatha deserves another round of applause. Thank you very much, Dr. Reggie Gurnatha. Your presence is a privilege for us. All right, next up in the agenda, I would like to call upon President of the Sri Lanka Dental Association, Professor Manil Fonseca, to hand over the past president's badge to Dr. A. Sundar. Thank you very much. And next is the presentation of the Sri Lanka Dental Association Gold Medal 2020 for the best dental student. I cordially invite our chief guest for this evening, Dr. Reggie Gurnatha, Senior Consultant OMF Surgeon and past President of the Sri Lanka Dental Association. Please come forward, sir, and present the Sri Lanka Dental Association Gold Medal 2020 for the best dental student. Ladies and gentlemen, Sri Lanka Dental Association Gold Medal 2020 for the best dental student goes to Dr. Sumali Sumitra Rachi. Thank you very much, Dr. Gurnatha. And next up, the presentation of dental students scholarship. I would like to invite President of the Sri Lanka Dental Association, Professor Manil Fonseca. Please come forward, sir. And on behalf of the dental students, I would like to invite guest of honor, Professor Manjula Artigala, Dean, Faculty of Dental Sciences, University of Peradeniya, to receive the dental students scholarship. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause? And next, the presentation of the award for the best free paper. Can we have the guest of honor, Professor Manjula Artigala, once again, sir? If you could please come forward to present the award for the best free paper to Dr. Kema Ekanayaka. In her absence, I would like to invite Dr. Gayani Kure to accept the award on behalf of Dr. Kema Ekanayaka. Oh, she's here. All right. Dr. K. Mayakanaika, congratulations, and thank you very much, Professor, for joining in the presentation. All right. And now for some entertainment. Next up, we would like to witness the Tilme dance, a low country traditional dance, as we are about to see the performance of this fantastic dancing troupe. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause for the dancing troupe? flamboyant, energetic, and fantastic. Can we have another round of applause for the dancing troupe, ladies and gentlemen? And now we are moving into the vote of thanks. I would like to invite Honorary General Secretary of the Sri Lanka Dental Association, Dr. Vajraja Singha, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening. Dr. Reggie Gurnatha, the senior consultant and chief guest tonight, and Professor Manjula Artigala, the guest of honor, and Dr. Preka Palipana, the orator tonight, Professor Yasavardhana, the Dean, Faculty of Dental Sciences, University of Peradeniya, and Dr. Suresh Shanmuganathan, the President, Asia Pacific Dental Federation, and Dr. Vajraja Singha, President-elect, Sri Lanka Dental Association, and Professor Manil Fonseca, President of SLDA and Council members of the Sri Lanka Dental Association, and all the past presidents, secretaries, and treasurers, and all the distinguished guests. It is very pleasure and honor to me to deliver the vote of thanks in this graceful occasion tonight. First of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. Reggie Gurnatha, and also Dr. Manjula Artigala, the guest of honor, and the orator, Dr. Preka Palipana. Thank you very much, sir, for being with us and accepting our invitation and being with us to grace this event. And also I should thank the president and the council members of the Sri Lanka Dental Association for their hard work done for the last couple of months to make this event a huge success. And also I should mention the resource person for the scientific sessions and workshops and the symposium. And also I should thank the chairpersons of the scientific sessions and all the members of the Sri Lanka Dental Association and all the distinguished invitees. And also I should mention our sponsors as well, our principal sponsors, Unilever. Thank you very much for your support. And also the gold sponsor and silver sponsor, GSK Consumer and GSK Pharma respectively. And all the sponsors and traders for their contribution and support to make this event a success. And also the management and the staff members of the Imperial Monarch for their wonderful support. And also I thank our technical team for their technical assistance to our program. And also should thank our company, Mr. Sasanga Das, for accepting our invitation with a short notice and for your presentation. And the office staff members of the Sri Lanka Dental Association, Gani and Rasika. And EM Creation for printing and designing this conference manual and print certificates, and people who have helped us in many ways to make this event success. So thank you, gentlemen. Also, finally, I would thank to all the ladies and gentlemen who are present here in this situation in this country. So I really appreciate your presence and thank you all. Thank you very much.